Hello there everyone, welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2, not really a preview playthrough anymore. It's just a post-view playthrough. We are continuing our Galactic Conquest as an early version of the Hapes Consortium, though you all have a much more up-to-date version of both the faction and the mod than what I'm playing here right now. So this is the real test of the viability of my career when the mods release, and my playthroughs are behind it. So we'll see how that goes. But we have taken probably a quarter of the galaxy. What are we actually at here? Planet-wise, we have 26. And the New Republic has 31. They're the biggest problems right now. So I think that's about a quarter that we have. But our goals at the moment are still to take over the Corporate Sector Authority. They have quite a few units on their planets for the most part, but we are one planet away from the Greater Maldrude being integrated. So that's going to be probably our first task for today, is figuring out which of those we want to take from them. So we will need some of these first. Let's take 3 probe droids. And let's start putting the rest of these guys into the appropriate fleets. Technically, she is not wanted on Terraphon. She should go somewhere else. Well, actually, we've got all our money coming in, so let's throw on We Don't Talk About Fondor on top of that, and get you down to Hapes. So you can go spy on Thanos. And I don't like the Telos invasion. Well, there's nothing in space to stop that. I think we need to send Rey's fleet, because they were going to be prepared for the Eddy invasion anyways. Hopefully we get there before ground stuff is needed. But there's one. Another one of you is going up here. And another one's going up for Antimeridius. Oh, they're invading Commodore as well. That is down there. We have some defensive stuff there. Yeah, I'm gonna invade Kuat, not invade Kuat, but I'm gonna go hit Kuat so that we can get back here. Alright. There's the Telos invasion. I don't think our level 1 station can stop that, but we can stop it with our actual fleet coming in. You know what? We might have been able to do that. I might have just messed up. That's very sad. I am very sad, because we had the shipyard. So that sucks. That sucks. That was a problem.
Choose your reinforcements.
But what's not a problem is that we have released point 2. So hope you're all enjoying that. We've already started on point 3. So there's a lot of cool stuff already being done, and that's already been done. So there will be more announcements, probably waiting for EAW XCon. It's the thing we did last year, where we basically just had a celebration stream of 15 years of EAW, or 16 years for that one. That's just showing off a bunch of crap from all of us. So we're going to do that for the mod's anniversary again this year. So that'll be like June 6th, 7th, 8th-ish. Haven't decided on an actual date yet, but there'll be an announcement of it closer to it. And there probably won't be too many mod announcements until then. I'm going to work on the beginner's guide videos and everything instead. And then we'll have a bunch of stuff to show again. Playthrough-wise, we're going to be finishing the Zinch playthrough this upcoming week. And then we are going to be starting a Republic playthrough soon. In Fall of the Republic. I guess sort of a .3 preview, but mostly just point 2 with 1 or 2 extra things. Like, I've been thinking about posting the choose your ship stuff this week, just because I want to start the playthrough like next Friday. But with that, if anyone who becomes a patron to get a ship in that playthrough, it's already the 22nd. So then they get charged again really soon. I don't like doing that, so I'll probably just wait, or I'll just warn people in the video to not become a patron yet. Okay, Thanos has that. We could get... I don't think I want to kill Thanos. I think I want to No, I can't. What am I talking about? I'm not going to integrate anyone. I'm not an Imperial. That's dumb. I'm thinking of Zinj again. Alright. Time to kill more Kuat. I will never do a toe reveal. There's been too much toe talk on this channel already. Like 90% of the channel recently. Oh, well, that's not great.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements cancelled.
They haven't used the HV gun yet. Okay, there we go. Now they have.
En route. Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements.
Now we gotta just try to break through this as quickly as we can. Thank you, Keel Hall, for subscribing.
Reinforcements en route.
I don't know why I bothered doing that. I was expecting like a shipyard or something, even though I have eyes. I could have seen that wasn't the case if I needed to. Alright. We'll try not to take too long on the ISDs. We will ideally be able to preempt the raid fleet. The thing that scares me about the raid fleet right now is just that it's going to lock us in for more HV gunshots. So if it does show up, which it actually may not, they were bugged at this point before they got ultimately cut for the release. So that could be a thing. I don't think we're gonna beat the timer, at least. What's the weirdest thing Charlie's ever sent you? I don't like the pregnant Goku stuff is pretty weird, but probably not the weirdest stuff. It's just the first weird thing I think of. I did recently learn from, I'm sure, very reliable sources that anything Charlie does wrong, you can't blame him for that. That's me and X's fault. He has to do what we say. I actually run the show at X2. I write the scripts. I tell Charlie what videos he can and can't do. It's not something we like to advertise, but it's is what it is. Alright, so that's the actual Imperial fleet. Raid fleet isn't too bad, especially if the GTS weapons still focus where they're supposed to. And by that I mean on either the Coronals or on the Raid fleet. Not on me. I don't want anything. No presents.
Ready for orders. Going for the lasers. Reporting in. Ready for commands. Lasers linked and ready.
Yeah, Thrawn did tell Pelion that. Shut up, Captain, then you really see what you get with that one. Alright.
Encountering resistance. Attack formation.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
We are good now, then we'll move back into Commodore. So far, I don't know if we've wasted their money on shipyards yet, like if they've had a shipyard queued that we've canceled for them, because that would be pretty epic.
They're coming around. Scanner contact behind me. We're drawing their fire. I can't shake him. Try not to let one on your tail. Encountering resistance. Target
Alright.
fast.
That's more Imperial resources just squandered on Kuat. Like, 2 ISDs, for the state the Empire's in right now, that's something where they don't want to see what they get. We're being entirely honest with our Imperial friends here. They're in shambles. So let's put them over there. I'm gonna move these guys through the other way. And... oh, look at that. Look at the timing. This Tector probably wasn't going to be a huge threat regardless. But I'm not sure where this is actually coming from. If this came from Kuat or if it came from the south. Because they do have some planets down there, I think. We probably could have done this with what we had there before, but I don't want to take the risk of a massive fleet. Oh, 2 raids in a row there.
Ready for action. Form up.
And since this is just a Tector, they've got no fighters, not like no fighters, they just have no fighters. They got ioned. We have some fighters and bombers. Let's just let our battle dragons put up their feet here. What do they got to worry about? Nothing. They don't got to worry about nothing. Nothing at all. So I have been working on a couple hot fixes going out, fixing like smaller individual things. I'm gonna keep trying to do that, making the changes like as limited as possible, because it's very easy to mess up saves for people. So there's always kind of got to be a cost-benefit analysis there on the risk of messing up everyone's saves versus fixing whatever the bug is. So usually it's just stuff if it's going to be a game-breaking bug that we'll try to fix. So if we discover particular issues with framework crashes, we know there are a couple, but that's the kind of thing that we typically try to get rid of. Or super messed up stuff. Basically, anything that has the lowest risk of breaking saves. Because I've had really bad luck with the last few releases trying to do hotfixes and just having them not be going well. Oh, hi there, Raid Fleet. Alright, let's switch away from these over to the new friends, which we might actually need some additional help for. So you know what? Our Mytils have this. I'm not sure if they're no, they can't retreat because we have the Coronal. Alright, hit the fighters, hit the bombers, ion cannons, drop their shields so we can get as much out of our bombs as we possibly can. Otherwise, we're just kind of wasting them. Well, I guess I could have just shot the Nebulon B or the Quasar. If you had to choose between boneless wings, chicken tenders, or chicken nuggets, which one would you choose? You can't choose anything else. Alright, so you think you're giving me 3 options there, but I think I made it pretty clear that that is 2 options. Boneless wings and chicken nuggets are in fact identical. They're the same thing. I think you gotta go with chicken tenders over chicken nuggets most of the time. Because the chicken to breading ratio is usually better. The McDonald's chicken nuggets are definitely like top tier on the chicken nugget ladder. And the way they're battered is much better, so there's more of a hierarchy within the tenders and nuggets that you gotta establish. Like the best chicken tenders over the best chicken nuggets, or like the best chicken nuggets over the second best tenders, probably. It's a complex topic. You can't just like throw out. No, chicken nuggets from McDonald's are like rubber if they've been sitting all day. If you order them at the right times, they're much better. Like, if you're getting evening staff chicken nuggets or off-peak chicken nuggets where they've been sitting there for 3 hours in the warming tray, they're going to be garbage. But if you get them, like, right after changeover or on peak hours, then they're fresh. No McDonald's, no matter how much the managers like to think that you just got to follow the charts and then you get the timers. No, that you either have to waste the food or they have to be sitting there for a while. There's not really a way to follow their production charts and never have to wait on food. So it really just depends on that particular location as well, and how much the managers or the owners are dicks about either way that can go. So, like, if the managers get angrier about the food not being fresh, which is something they usually have no connection with, like they're not checking that, they're not eating the food that the customers are buying. So that they usually care less about that, whereas their service times, that's where they get their bonuses. So you fuck up their service times, oh, you're done. That's it, bud. You're fucking, it's just gone. That's when they lose their shit. Forget that, like, you're ultimately doing a better thing for the business by making their food not trash. Like, making it go from, like, generally trash level to slightly less trash by just not holding everything in the cabinet, making it sometimes when it's off-peak and people have to wait, like, fucking 2 minutes for their chicken nuggets to be made instead of literally 15-second service time. 15's for breakfast, 40 for lunch. That's what you're aiming for. But this is obviously a very triggering topic for me, because fuck McDonald's. But I'm not sure if they have a ground to space cannon there. I don't think they do. But what I think they do have is an incoming Hapes fleet. So let's go for that. Go for that. Oh. So we want Antimeridius. We want Metalorn. Gone are the days that I can make a 3-second Egg McMuffin.
Enemy is approaching.
There are so many, like, otherwise useless skills that I developed. Oh my god, we're 3 for 3 at McDonald's. That, like, when I realized I had lost them, I was so happy. Like, there was a long time where it was, if I was in a kitchen making food, if I wasn't going, like, as fast as possible, I'd get really stressed out. And that went away. And then I forgot how to, like, open 2 eggs single-handedly without getting shells in it. So now I have to, like, fumble with it like an idiot. And that's just so much nicer than being able to crack 8 eggs in, like, 10 seconds on a slow day. Like, that's not a skill that I ever see myself needing again. Not in the, when are we going to use this for high school math or something way, but in the, like, literally this is an awful thing that we figured out how to do. I could be reading ship names that people paid for, and instead I'm complaining about McDonald's. So, Hape and Hoedown, you're going to go power to weapons. Augury Fleet House Commander, you're going to go power to weapons. Ghost of Knight's Revenge, you're going to go power to weapons. And then Cormorant, you're gonna just hit that. All right. Let's get the... No, they actually can't retreat. We have everything we need.
Yes, Commander. Fire at will.
Bomber's back there. Alright, that tender just got into a really good location. How is a streetcar named Marge reference doing? That's doing fine. And I think if we just... Oh, shit. We want to move up there. That is a bigger raid fleet than I thought we'd get. Keeping Warlord Star. I'm going to try to pull you back. So pulling you forward is going to be what happens first. No, that one's done. I don't think our bombers are going to be able to make it past there. Well, maybe they are. Alright, that's two... not Candosi's, Keldaves. Wrong era. So let's try to get these closer together. We need to kill these assault frigates before the Kandos or Keldaves get in. It's looking like there might be 2 Imperial preview playthroughs over the course of Point 3's development. So one is like the first playthrough we do in Point 3, and then probably one later on to cover anything we missed, because there's going to be some stuff there. Very epic. Alright. Get the hell... Get over there. Okay, don't go too far. You can... Powered weapons on this one, please. I think you're in range of that. Yeah, nice. And then you need to basically double that one up. Alright. Let's get the assault conks on this. Turbo laser. I think we might lose a battle dragon on this.
Holding for maximum firepower. Targeting at maximum firepower. I got my approach vector.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's got him.
Okay, you gotta get up there. Guys, come on up there. I don't think we'll lose anything else, but still sad that we lost that. Alright, there's one out of there. The other one will be following soon, and then there's the other stuff going out here. So let's turn that around. And it'd be nice if the fighters all just killed each other. Well, we need more of these. This one is Dowager Queen. You're just gonna focus that. You will do enough AoE on that as well. Alright, stop. Oh, actually, no. You can get up to that. There's Shadow. I feel like the Corey complaints about McDonald's streams and videos have gotten less frequent. So I don't know if that's something I need to increase just to make sure that I process it properly, but...
Keep your eyes open for those fighters. Stay in attack formation.
Alright. Well, we're through the raid fleet. There's still a Crusader up there patrolling.
I'll try and draw their fire.
And we've got enough of our fighters back in that, you know what, you guys need to stay back closer to us.
Yes, sir.
Because, like, we ran through our entire initial complement,
Attack formation. Watch your
which
six.
that's pretty sad. But I did put out a video on Datapad on how Palpatine got elected, which I was pretty happy with, so hopefully that does okay.
Fire at will.
I'm working on, like, a longer
Stay in attack
Politics of Star Wars video. It's gonna be, like,
formation.
20 to 40 minutes, maybe,
Yes, Commander.
on how the Senate works and how
Attack formation.
Chief of State works and everything,
Formation.
and real-world poli-sci concepts with it.
Stay in attack formation. Squadron reporting. Standing by. Engage. Attack formation.
So that's going to be coming out hopefully soon, which is kind of a
Holding a maximum.
test run for working on videos for a super secret project.
Swinging around. Swinging around.
Did the Overcooked streams bring you war flashbacks of when you were working at McDonald's? Absolutely. Like, the first time I played Overcooked, it was like being back in McDonald's. It was very stressful. It just brought it all back right to the surface. It was another lunch rush.
Fire.
Don't like it.
Enemy unit disabled. Ready for command.
This made me angry about the canceled raises again.
Got one.
All the yelling. The tomato slicer and bagel slicer falling on my head.
Crossfire. I'm hit. Calling for me, sir.
That was a fun day.
We're drawing their fire. Encountering resistance.
Like, if a bagel and tomato slicer had, not the same thing, but like one fell and the other fell off it. But like, if that had fallen on my head doing what I loved, like something I loved, that would have been one thing.
Tail.
But instead it was looking for something to make someone a sandwich that I would never eat in a million years. So it just wasn't worth it. Like, it's the dream to have heavy equipment fall on your head for a cause you believe in. But otherwise, it's just a waste of perfectly good blood.
Get him off me.
They're coming around.
Loosen up.
Like, legally, I can't recommend that people get hit in the head by things for causes they support. But you can infer whatever you want from this conversation we're having here. This one-on-one between me and you.
Can we go around for another pass?
Alright. Thank you, New Republic, for your one planet donation. We lost Ghost Knight's Revenge, a Streetcar Named Marge reference, and Hape and Warlord Star, unfortunately. But we can rebuild all of them. I don't think any of them are at their limit. Yeah, it'll be Ghost Knight's Revenge's Revenge. Venerable Warrior and Hape and Warlord Star. There they go. They're all back.
Moving to destination.
And on Cheruba, we will get Ancient Warrior, Indefatigable, and this one is Visionary. Ruby Fan is asking where the big maps were moved for TR. No, so there were only ever 4 progressive maps. There was Empire's Essence, Empire's End, Essence of War, and Art of War. So those got renamed to the small and medium versions of the known and unknown and full galaxy maps. There was never a large version. Clone Wars Large was a thing in Fall of the Republic that we had to remove, but that's separate. Okay, you're gonna go up to Roche, or from Roche. We'll probably take Thanos when it flips. All of the ships should be in, so I don't know where individual ones are, but they should be somewhere. Or Mantel. Okay, we'll need to try to move in from Generis. Probably a planet we want to try to defend on ground. Alright, once we have Metalorn, that just pushes them out to the Outer Rim there, in a very long lead up to when they actually can attack. So the dream is to win this one. Let's get Galneys. We'll get some Rakut over there or something. I'm gonna try to go with gunboats for an early hit on the structures and ships. Oh, I should really save too.
Construction complete.
It is about time. Moving. Ready.
I was strongly considering rebuilding the campaign in its current state on the actual release point too, but it does take quite some effort.
Awaiting your command.
Reporting. Moving out. Ready for action. Roger.
So I don't know how feasible that actually is. I've got to build Mark's campaign again for him, because I gave him a version way too early, and he's had some unfortunate crashes. Thank you, Graham Slam, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, Raiders. Get over here. Ah, no, that's A. That's A.
Choose your reinforcements.
Course plotted. Adjust the inevitable.
Yeah, working raid fleet there. Okay, let's get those turrets down so we can get in our gunships again. And then we can try to take this this happy little landing zone. Thank you, Triton, for the 10 gifted subs as well.
Where's the next target?
Awaiting orders. Advancing.
Very epic Twitch times.
What do you need?
Standing by.
Right, that should stop anything they're gonna send in. And we can just let that go now. They don't have too much other than the garrison still left. Those happy little Galneys are gonna run their way around,
I copy.
and then we win.
Reporting. Let's go.
So this and Antimeridius, we should be able to definitely take both of them this episode before we head into the CSA. I think for this, since the release has happened, it makes most sense to go for the capital shipyard victory condition. So all the level 3 and 4 stations, even though it doesn't, or 3 and 4 shipyards, even though it technically doesn't matter for the Hapens to have all those. Just makes more sense for how long the campaign would probably end up being otherwise when the release is already out there and there's more polished stuff to look at and play with. The AI just love to attack Generis. It depends on what other options they have. Like, often that's a little individual planet that they can take. And they usually, like, force-wise, it makes sense for them to attack it the way they do. Like, they think they can win, but it's also a map that's very easy to defend on, generally. Like, a little bit too easy. Get our barracks on that. And we do need to move you down. We need to unpause. Move you down. I don't know if they're coming from Bilbringi. How many saves can one have in Empire War? So the... I'm not sure on the exact limit. It's probably in the 70s. But you can just move them. Alright, that's just the Golan. Do they have a ground-to-space weapon here? They don't even have a ground-to-space weapon. Then they have 2 light vehicle factories and the government office. They don't have heavy or anything beyond that.
Choose your reinforcements. Reinforcements en route.
I'll probably want to save again before we go into the ground battle, just in case the integration crashes or something.
Reinforcements en route.
Because who knows if... No, I don't think there were bugs with it at that point. So I think we're fine.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Zero Scale is asking, one thing on lore I'm a bit hopeless on is Maldrude. Did they have, like, any chance in... Depends on what you mean by chance. Like, they were never gonna really establish themselves as a replacement empire. But especially after Zinj died, they got a decent influx of power. And they definitely weren't in a terrible position to hold where they were. Like, that's kind of the thing with most of the warlords, is they would usually have been pretty difficult to uproot, and maybe if they hadn't all been as aggressive as they were, the New Republic wouldn't have been as willing to pursue them. Like, after Zinj died, a lot of Zinj's territory joined Maldrude, and there was like a 3-way war between Zinj and Teradok, the Empire and New Republic and Zinj, and then in like a circle for all of them after Zinj died. And that was kind of when the Greater Maldrude got pushed into Deep Core. The biggest one post Shadowhand was probably still the Pentastar alignment. Though Maldrude did end up being one of the last warlords to have any forces outside of the Deep Core. Like Teradot or Traitors and Kosh switched places. Because at first, they were kind of 2 separate factions, Kosh's faction and Greater Maldrude, where Greater Maldrude was in the Outer Rim, or like the Mid Rim, the area that we typically associate with them in the mod, while Kosh had his forces in the Deep Core. Which is why you have the one Maldrude planet there. Then later on, they joined together, and technically the faction was called the Federated Teradok Union at that point. Though we can't really... Like, we haven't done anything story-wise with that, and we can't change the faction's actual name. We'd be able to change the names up here, but it's something that I kind of want to do for some stuff, where we can change the names in the text. Like the text that we put in. But when after they combined, it ended up with Teradot or Traitors being in the Deep Core, and then Kosh ended up on Rivester. Our Decimators were getting for the PA. All the little gunships are useful. Like, if you had equal pop of them compared to other stuff, they'd be probably better, like, than building a fleet of bigger things. That's usually just how it goes. It's just they get harder to manage, and usually the difference in performance on that number isn't as worth it. Because, like, you're not gonna lose fleets with other stuff. So trying to throw in a few with each fleet is usually nice.
En route.
Alright, Tangren is still building 5 things there. That one is still building a bunch. Terraphon, I don't think Terraphon is building any. So let's get Terraphon to build. Hyena's Lair, so that one I think is Marmar's. Nebulous Revenge, ISD Gun Fodder, Streetcar Names Marge reference, and Battlestar Galactica.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh, we actually made it. That is handy. We don't have a ground-to-space weapon. They have some of the decimators. They have a VSD. Okay, they didn't send too much here.
Look, sir, it's them.
If we had a ground-to-space weapon, the defenses that we have would probably have been able to... Shit, they got here first. That's why. They're gonna make me do this, aren't they?
Choose your reinforcements.
Because they got the defender slot, and the game is stupid with non-main structures. It's weird.
Reinforcements en route.
It's not what you typically think of as intended behavior, but there's fortunately nothing we can do about that. All we can try to do is kill the rest of their stuff and hope they retreat, and then I can keep my structure. Oh no. The Haven Civil War.
Reinforcements en route.
Alright. Star of Cheruba Reborn. Sandwich of Death. Bahamut. Magic School Bus. Dragon Tales. Yeah. Was a soldier. Oriana, Wayward Son. Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. USS Leaky. Keeping to Please You. You're a Beta Male Zinj. Esmeralda. Just a regular Beta. Beta Max. Holy Diver. Ori wins. The Trubas and Launches are actually going to be pretty good for this battle. Royal Potato Freighter. Forgotten. Killed by Raid Fleet. Thank you, Flagar, for a gifted sub. Were there any extra features planned? So Alexi's asking, were there any extra features planned with the Royal Houses, including the ones that didn't make it in point 2 besides extra infantry? Technically yes, but also technically no. We didn't plan for point 2 to have anything extra with them. They were actually going to end up with less. I didn't think we'd get through as much of the infantry as we did, but Inertial was able to get 3 of those 4 out. And then, so Nolan and I initially were, like, we decided we wanted those houses because they fit most directly with the field bases. And they were really only going to be used on the field bases, so having them as the buildable infantry, that wasn't really supposed to happen yet. There is a bunch of other stuff playing with them, and even some assets that have been mostly made for it, but wanted to keep it as simple as possible for the first release. So yes and no. Like, there will be more to the government mechanics for the Havens in the future, including stuff that gives different units or heroes and that kind of thing. But they did make it to where it was intended to be for 4.3. Alright, don't go up there. Come back here. really hope they retreat so that I don't have to destroy the station. If I have to destroy the station, I'm going to be sad, and if I have to retreat, they might get some ground units in before I'm able to get out.
I've got a problem. I'm losing
You know what? Just come back here. You go up. You stop.
full throttle.
We do need to make sure a soldier doesn't just die. Go for the bombers.
I've been hit. Too close. I'm hit. I've got a problem.
They're coming around.
Squadron reporting.
Baloo's asking, what are the plans for point 3? Will Tiber and Uri be available as infantry? So Tiber and Uri should be finished as infantry for point 3. They just weren't... We didn't have time to plan their... for Tiber, it was partially just like planning his gun type. For Uri, it was seeing if we needed to handle him differently in general. But they should be pretty quickly done in point 3.
The enemy has got locked. Loosen up.
But beyond that, we've announced that we are going to be focusing on galactic maps in point 3, but we haven't said much else. The first big look that you're probably going to get at point 3 is at the EAWX Con stuff this year.
Get him off me. I've been hit.
So early June we'll have some bigger news posts about specific features or content. You might see like a trickle of some announcements before then. And we did say the map stuff. But that's all we've said so far.
No good. I can't.
Alright. Hapens are OP against the Hapens. So we've got that.
Keep your eyes open.
I just don't want to build a poor Maluri shipyard.
Encountering resistance.
Yes, please leave. Give me my give me my planet back, you dicks.
Left ahead. Scratch one. I've got my approach vector.
I guess I need to leave ships here because this is the planet that we held the defense on, lost the station. That's why they were able to do this. But I guess we need a ship here to actually make sure we keep it. Oh, never mind. No, they had Navarix for... Okay. Well, that needs to come back. Very sad. So I guess this planet, Generis, we just need to build up as much as we can. Poor traitors. I don't know why I'm feeling sympathy for it. It's a traitor. Rayon is a traitor. Should have picked your side better, bud. Is what it is. You get what you see with that one. And what you see is a bloody fucking traitor.
Choose your reinforcements.
Course plotted.
Right, this seems like gunship country,
We're right behind you.
artillery country.
It is about time.
We got a double spawn on the infantry, so let's go that one.
Reporting.
I want to see if I can get both of these. May as well get both gunships and this. Yeah. I'm gonna do it.
Awaiting your command. On my way.
Guarding the rear.
Okay, we'll get that.
What is my next objective? It will be done. Do you have a plan?
I probably want to mostly land at the other landing zone
I will.
We can cover you.
and then hold this one.
Man.
I just want to stop them from getting the
Secured a landing
I'm
zone.
here.
the field bases.
Moving to that location.
Providing backup. Standing by.
Yes. Heading in that direction. What is it, Commander? Of course.
We've got your
What is
back.
your order?
Ready to go.
It would have been nice to have bombing runs in this playthrough as well.
We've secured a landing
What do
zone.
you need?
I wonder if I could subcontract out someone rebuilding this campaign's forces in in the new version. Is that the first thing that I should outsource?
Adjusting navicomputer. Course plotted. Right away.
I am waiting.
I really wish we were able to parse the save files enough to be able to like just pull out a list of the forces and convert that to a new campaign file.
We're going in.
I don't know if I could legally pay Nemesis to do anything at this point. I think that might be illegal right now.
Ready, sir. Ready for orders. Roger that.
Alright, that light vehicle factory is dead. Let's actually see if we... Okay, there's 2 light vehicle factories, I remember.
Awaiting your orders.
In the government office.
Copy.
There's going to be a lot of ATPTs.
I copy. Keep going. This way. Yes, sir. Attack.
Okay, Solana speeders are quite good,
Reporting.
but I don't want them over here alone.
Heavy fire. Yes, Commander.
That one is in rough shape. I'm in rough shape. Back there.
What do you wish?
You don't want to take cover. I mean, I told you to take cover, but you don't want to take cover anymore.
Ready.
Get the field base.
Reporting in.
You can pull back. You get up there.
About time.
Now you take cover.
Fair enough.
Affirmative. Attack.
I wonder if this is when the RTTs were kind of broke. I'm not sure when that started. Alright, you get out of there.
Base is under attack.
This one can come in. Oh god, there's so much infantry here. There was something wrong at the end of the beta with the RTT Sky. It's been fixed, I'm pretty confident, or Bob's pretty confident. So I'm just not sure when the issue got introduced, because in my Maldruid playthrough it was fine. And then it's been fixed since then, so there was... I'm not sure when the period is exactly that it was broken. Oh, fuck. That can die. You guys need to get up here, because you're going to be our first line of defense against that stuff. And you come in behind.
What is my next
Let's get
step?
these infantry up there. Okay, another light vehicle. And that's some infantry that needs to go away. That's an AA turret that needs to go away. Can I stay out of range of you? Alright, Levette, you can come down. I kept the artillery back. Probably more than I needed to.
Copy. Heading out. Artillery online.
Do you have a plan?
And that should be Antimeridius. I think so far there have been, in point 3, 4 New Republic ships put in, 1 Hapen ship sort of put in, some government stuff. Four other ships that are like only sort of put in. At least 1 or 2 infantry types. There's a lot.
Planetary control achieved. Tactical battle imminent.
Look at that. You tried. So they've taken Thanos. This is a good time for us to hit Centaurus, Thanos, and Borleus. I don't think we actually noticed this in the recording last week, but I noticed it afterwards that the New Republic had made it up to Chandrilla. So that's a big problem for the Empire. The Empire kind of has Chardon and Jindine here. They have Kuat through Ojam here. Then they have this group of 4 planets and Bilbringi on its own.
Incoming!
Alright. We can... Oh. Get that way. Thank you for following Mjolnir 1987.
Standing by. Right away. Moving out. Ready for orders. Heading out. Fall out. Reporting in.
Been ages since we wanted to start our CSA invasion. It just hasn't been in the cards yet.
Ready for commands.
We're almost there, though.
Let's move out.
Favorite Hapen ship is the Terraphon, I think. That was the texture that I was happiest with of mine, so like despite being pretty worried about it. So I end up liking it a lot more.
Roger that.
I think the faction as a whole came together pretty well.
Form up. Swinging around. As good as gone. Lasers linked and ready. Stay on target.
Especially for like a initial release with them. We definitely got a lot more with them done than I expected in this release, so I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, if we're saving here, I think we may as well end the episode on that. A sub-hour long episode, so that's a rare one recently. But for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. For those of you watching on Twitch, I was going to say on Hapes, you are in a fictional sci-fi universe, so stay where you are. We're going to keep going. Bye, everyone.